Easter miracle.
Not feeling it, mate.
Easter Monday. Tigers are going to win this.
Eels.
Tigers have this covered. Open in 10 minutes, Dan. Going really good. They just scored. Look, 20 minutes in, Dan, they're only down by 12.
Game over. This will be 50.
Only down by 12.
Ominous.
30 minutes in, Dan, my boys, we've scored 12-6. Let's get this done. It's only half time, 18-6.
They're in it.
We saw the Warriors come back.
That's very true.
Yeah. 22-6, these losers.
Oh, it's 50's coming. Mark my words, they will score 50.
We needed that try. Half an hour to go.
Go on.
Only down 12, Dan.
Go on.
Only down 12.
Go on.
Down 6 here, Dan. Down 6. I can see it. Come on, the Tigers. Come on, you losers. Down 2 here, Dan. Down 2.
No, please. Not today. Not today.
Come on, the Tigers. Yeah. Drop out here, Dan. We're going to score.
Your boy Charlie, the Ferrari, put him back in the garage. Woohoo!
Sevo scored, didn't he, Dan?
2 tries.
It's only 8 points. Yeah, I deserve that. Hey, well, welcome to a brand new episode of the Rugby League Outlaws, brought to you by our good friends at Top Sport and the Stubby Club. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're on a new channel, Dan.
And improved.
Cannot wait.
I'm excited. People missed us last week. I had 2 messages going, oh, are you boys recording this week?
Yeah, my mum wanted to know where I was as well.
Mine too. There you go. That explains both.
But
I missed you, mate. I missed you.
I missed you. I got to hear you. I didn't get to see you.
Nah. That was good.
But what was good this weekend was Rugby League, because the Sharks didn't ruin my Easter.
It's always good.
And there were some fantastic games of footy.
Brilliant games, yeah.
But some news, as always.
Some good news, some negative news, and
some in between.
What do you got for us, Terry?
Well, let's start with my Tigers.
The Tigers. Yeah.
We've seen bad teams before, right?
Oh, we have, yeah. We've been bad teams before.
We've been bad. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Correct, yep, 100%.
What's the light for the Tigers? Now, this isn't going to be like an NRL 360 where we kick the crap out of them for no reason. I generally just want to know...
There's reason, yeah.
What is the light at the end of the tunnel for the Tigers? Because they signed, arguably, the 3 best players off contract last year.
At least, yep, 2 of at least.
And they've got, like, the best number 9
yep, happy.
in the comp.
Fantastic.
The best back row in the comp last year.
Yep.
And one of the best front rowers.
Yep, Clement, very good.
And it's done nothing.
Yeah, hard to argue. They come close twice. Twice, I believe, this season. They've come close to victory. They've just found a way to lose. Bit unlucky against the Parramatta. Hugely improved performance. But overall, didn't feel like they were ever going to win at any stage, despite the disgusting feeling I had where I actually wanted them to at a stage or two.
Yeah, at 22-20, I was really, really riding them home. Yeah. Charlie Staines catches that ball. I think they go on and win it. But that just shows where the team's at. There's like no confidence. And then like you just see the heads drop. And you knew Parramatta were going to score.
Well, they went down and scored. Unfortunately, Adam Dewey looks like he's done his ACL. Hasn't been confirmed yet, but all the leanings were that it's an ACL, which is just horrible news for a personal favourite of ours on the couch. But just keeps getting worse for the poor old Tigers, mate. I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel.
So, this now, if Dewey's done for the year, this all but confirms that Luke Brooks is there for the rest of the season.
Brooks and Wakeham, yeah, absolutely.
So Sunday, Dan, marked 350 days.
Long time.
Since Luke Brooks' last won a game.
Now they
have the bye.
So you can add another 14.
You can add another 7, definitely.
Yeah.
And then
another, however, a few many.
We're going to get close to a year.
A full calendar year without a victory. It's going to be hard to justify for the up-tops.
Look, it doesn't get any better where Tim Sheens is turning around saying he's happy with his progression. He's 29.
Yeah, this isn't a bloke who should be progressing. He should be at the peak of his powers.
Like, his athletic peak is gone now.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, 27, 28 is where you want to... Yeah, I'm not real excited for him. And look, as you said, we're not here to kick a team when they're down, and they are way down. Mm-hmm. Like, way down, Terry.
Yeah.
Way down. Go on.
Well, I'm just not seeing where it gets...
Way down.
I'm not seeing where it gets better for him.
Nah, look.
Tim Sheens was sacked for having no idea about footy 10 years ago,
Yep.
hires himself, and then turns around and says, "Oh, I'll get the club in good enough shape that Benji Marshall and Robbie Farah can take over."
Yep.
Like, no offense to Benji and Robbie, they're club legends of the Tigers,
Absolutely.
but they've never
No
coached the kids' game.
Did you notice actually just quickly that Benji had the headset on all game and Tim Sheens didn't?
Well, I mean, and that you probably see a little bit of improvement, but
Yeah.
I don't know,
Just want
like,
to point that out.
I don't know what's going on there. But then, you know, we hear this from the Tigers, they've got this incredible depth.
Yep. How's
Keep
the
hearing
depth?
about this depth, right?
We've looked into that.
New South Wales Cup, the Magpies are 7th.
Not great.
No,
Yeah.
and the Jersey Flag 8th.
Not great.
So this depth that they're banking on in the future.
Well,
So, you know, when you talk about Harold Matts into SG ball, you know, the kids that progress from there, you're like a 1 in 50.
yeah, and that's 5 years away, and that's assuming that the Roosters and the Storm don't come knocking at the door. Yeah, I wouldn't be
Well, not
relying on
only that,
those.
like, there's a champion club 30 minutes down the road.
Yeah, exactly right.
You don't even have to leave your hometown and you can go and play for Penrith.
Easy to sign when you come off contract. You look, I can't see a light at the end of the tunnel, and that's just being honest.
They haven't played finals footy since 2011. They're not going to do it in 2023. I don't think they'll do it in 2024. But the next question that you have to ask, right, is you've seen Appy Coruscant, as we said, Dally M 9 of the year.
Yep.
Isaiah Papali'i, Dally M back row of the year. And David Clemmer, one of the best props going around last year. Go there and turn to mud. If you're an off-contract player and the Tigers come knocking at your door, are you seriously going to consider going there?
Nope.
So then they have to wait for this depth to come through. I just don't. I don't see.
Or get lucky.
Yeah, I don't.
Need a fullback. Need a halfback.
Oh, I don't think they need a fullback. I was impressed with Charlie Staines today.
I think they need a fullback, Terry.
Well, I mean, if we're doing that, they need a 1 to 17 clean out. But
Yeah, cool.
so let's go on a brighter note, Dan.
Some positivity.
Now, the Dolphins
Oi, your boys, the Dolphins.
and the Melbourne Storm,
My boys, whatever. Yeah, the Storm.
2 teams that many people said were going to fall.
Or
Yeah,
for the
bottom
Dolphins.
4 outside the top 8. Felt good to pick them above where they are.
Yeah. Well, Terry especially. I was a little bit negative on the Dolphins.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us, but yeah, go on.
But the reason why I picked these 2 teams to have a look at is the Dolphins raided the Melbourne Storm's forward stocks.
Yeah, good point.
So let's go into the Dolphins right now. We said that their depth was going to get tested.
Yep, correct.
The Cowboys should have been by 30.
100%, yeah.
But they play for Wayne Bennett.
Yeah, they do. Look, you got superstar coach. It's amazing what he does.
They've got a superstar fullback.
Yeah, the Hammer, right up there at the moment.
I mean, he's leading the competition in tries. He's the first player since 1908 to score in...
6 straight.
Yeah. Like, they're an incredible team. Now, let's have a look at Melbourne, whose stocks got raided.
You wouldn't know, would you?
Literally got raided, and then they're 3rd. Craig Bellamy has gone and found players from New South Wales. Bronson Garlick is insane for them.
Katoa.
Yeah.
Another
Eli Katoa
fringe first grader.
Yeah.
Trent Liero.
Went to the Warriors, Eli Katoa, couldn't cut it, came back. Trent Liero, Warbrick.
Yeah, these players are
Nick
just...
Meaney.
Yeah, Nick Meaney's a superstar fullback. You hear him come out and say he wants Pappenhausen's number 1. I think you're dreaming, but it's good to aim high. This is a bloke that couldn't make the Bulldogs' first grade team when they were running like 15th. He's a freak. It shows you what good coaches do.
Remus Smith, like, I don't know, they're playing, and Jerome Hughes is having a down year.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to.
He's not hitting the lofty heights that we've seen Jerome Hughes hit. But, they just go and get Jonah Pezzett.
Yeah, it's fine. Just another freak.
Just bring him in. Throw the ball to Cam Munster and see what happens. He was amazing.
Cam Munster, best player in the game.
You called it.
Again, I just want to end on this. Shows the strength of a good coach.
Let's go into a little bit of negativity, Dan. We don't like doing it, but...
No, but controversy.
Controversy. We've got the hip drops. We've got the Marty Tapau snow.
Drops.
So the hip drops, they were a big talking point last week.
Huge.
They were a sin bin last week.
Yeah, straight sin bin.
Straight sin bin. This week we've seen some get sin bin, some didn't, some missed, some not. Let's start off. Jacob Preston. Good Friday. What they consider a classic textbook. Hip drop.
Yep.
Gets penalised, gets sin bin.
Not charged.
Not charged by the match review committee.
Why do you think that is?
I think that is because Phil Gould was on the Channel 9 panel of this Good Friday game and had a massive sook afterwards.
Oh, he laid in. Oh, it's not a hip drop, he said.
I don't think, I love the fact that Phil Gould is so big on social media. The fans, anytime someone messages him and says, such and such is going through a real hard time, it would be good if they come down and train. And yeah, cool, come down, we'll get you a signed
He's brilliant
jersey.
at that, absolutely.
He's amazing in that sense. He can't go on Channel 9 after his team plays and turn around and go, no, my player didn't do this and my player didn't do that. It's an unconscious bias to the judiciary. So then turn around and go, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
think it was a bit rough, right?
He shouldn't be commenting on Bulldogs games,
No,
though,
he
let's
shouldn't.
be fair. He runs the club.
But Cam Murray's hip drop was missed. And that was just as classic as...
There was one on Totola too that was
Yeah.
missed. It wasn't even brought up, and he's out for 3 to 4 weeks as a result.
And you want to talk about something that was missed? Tom Burgess on the
Yep.
wheels.
Yeah, this... look, I don't want to turn
Appalling
this...
that no one was charged from that game.
I don't want to turn this into ref bashing because it's difficult. But you've got Cooper Cronk, who's a legend of the game, 300-something games. You have James Graham, who's got 400 games, including Super League. They were arguing, not on the same channel, but one was saying that's not a hip drop, and the other one was saying it's a hip drop. If they don't know what a hip drop is, what chance do we as punters have, or commentators, or anyone? These are guys with 700 games plus combined, can't decide what a hip drop is. They've got to get it, and they've got to outrule it real quick.
Phoenix Crosslands was just about as bad as you'll see on Tamari Martin. Broke his leg.
Yeah.
Broke Tamari Martin's leg. Has not been charged.
No.
Dale Finucane grabbed someone by the abdomen, swung around, accidentally landed on the back of the leg, misses 3 weeks. Murata Niokore misses 2 weeks. Last week, Jaden Ockenboard's hip drop was nowhere near as bad as Jacob Preston's.
1 week?
He misses a week.
It's on a whim. It's like heads, it's a hip drop, tails it isn't.
Yeah, but it reminds me of when they did the whole head high at Magic Round where everything was a sin bin. And now they're like, can't be bothered.
Yeah, it's bad stuff. Mate, I'm not here to fix problems.
No, I'm not here. I'm here to whinge about them.
But this is a big one.
But the other thing that I get sick of is you see the hip drop happen. Well, you don't see the hip drop happen. And then the referee takes it back 3 tackles.
Yeah, 15
because it's being
minutes,
tipped off. And the amount of abuse that gets levelled at the referee. So this was Jerry Sutton in the Bulldogs Souths game.
Yep.
And he was getting hammered on social media for giving that a sin bin.
It wasn't him.
He got tipped off.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
the bunker says.
The bunker turned around and said, you need to put that guy in the bin. Yeah, fair enough. I don't think they should get involved in that.
Fair enough. If it's not an obvious hip drop, then the ref's going to see an obvious
Just
hip
let the match review committee deal with it.
Yeah, I agree. You can't go back 15 minutes. The big one, though, the big talking point, Marty Tapau just absolutely KO'd Jordan Rapana. This far off the ground, complete accident. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts on this are, you're right, it was an accident. It was careless.
Yeah, careless, not reckless. I'm okay with that. I'm all right with it being a penalty because the precedent is set. If you make any contact to the head, it's a penalty. Okay, black and white, there's nothing they can do. What I did say, and a few people came out and said you can't do that, and you find out you can. Rapana has control of the ball, right? He loses it upon the knee. Canberra can go and play the ball if the referee decides. It's not a knock-on. It's because he was injured. He had control of the ball. The incident injury, Canberra. I would have been okay with that. Okay, the penalty is fine. I saw some people screaming for a send-off. Absolutely not.
No.
Complete accident. But any contact to the head is a penalty. We're going to see these ridiculous. Again, he was this far off the ground. What's he supposed to do?
Yeah, it's not reckless, right? So at the end of the game, Marty Tapau turned around and said, they said that my hands were, up.
He was up yeah.
High, yeah. What am I supposed to do? The answer to that, Marty, is not run through when you can see a player going to the ground. That's why it was careless.
Easy in hindsight.
It's contact to the head. Rapana's busted open, right? Like him or loathe him, he got hit in the head.
It's awful to see, yeah.
He got hit in the head. That's a penalty from I'm glad Tapau wasn't charged.
100%.
100% he didn't need to be charged, but it's a penalty.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Any day of the week, it's a penalty. So, Dan, let's have a little bit of fun.
Upside down.
The upside down ladder. So,
what's going on, Terry?
There are 4 teams, 3 teams from last year and a brand new team inside the top 8 that weren't last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got the Dolphins. They're currently running at 4th. You got the Warriors running 5th. The Titans at 6th.
Yeah, well, they're fair enough.
And Newcastle at 8th.
Yeah, didn't see that coming.
No.
What about at the opposite end of the table?
So, Sydney are 10th. The Sharks are now 11th. You've got...
The Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys and the Eels.
Are hilariously low.
Yeah.
what's going on?
This is just such a fun opening.
It's a tipster's nightmare.
It's such a fun opening 6 weeks. Like, if you're not having fun, I feel really bad for you.
Yeah.
Because this is great.
You know when they said anything can happen in rugby league? We're genuinely seeing it. Anyone can beat anyone on any given day, unless you're the Tigers. Yeah. Derry.
Talk to me, Dan.
Time to talk some black, white and blue. I had to twist his arm to get this done. But it is important.
It is important because something significant happened this
Something huge happened to the tone of 6 years and $7 million. Reportedly, the great Nico Hines has pledged his future, his entire career, let's face it, to the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks.
Yeah, so with this new deal, next year obviously gets upgraded.
As he should.
As it absolutely should.
Deserves
He can't go into next year on this form on 600.
No, 600K. I saw some people come out and say it's too early, it's a big risk. Okay, look, it is a big risk because we're going to pay a guy who's into his 30s. But we couldn't have someone like the Roosters or the Storm come in and say, oi, you know, we've got 1.2 here. You want to come back and play a little bit of fullback or something? Yeah,
Sam Walker's not quite working out as we thought he would.
Yeah,
but,
come win a premiership over here.
You just got to go down the road. South Sydney as well, losing Cody Walker.
We locked him down and I could not be happier. Yeah. This makes it brilliant for recruitment too because they say, okay, in 5 years, who's your coach? Fitzgibbon. Who's your halfback? Nico Hines. It's all there on paper. We've got a premiership winning coach, hopefully, a premiership winning halfback, hopefully. We've got to build around him now.
We do.
Seems simple.
Yeah, absolutely it does. Now, I think that you'll start seeing some external recruitment happen. Cronulla for the last 18 months have been nothing but retention.
Yep.
But I think you'll see some players go and we'll bring, outside player or two.
Have one player come in.
Yeah. But I think it's really, really important. You're right that we've locked it down. But it's the manner of how quickly we locked it down. Mm-hmm. At the beginning of the season, our CEO came out and said, we want Nico to be a Shark for life. He went on air and said, I want to be a Shark for life. We got it done. Flip that into Mitch Moses. Yeah, and our good friend Victoria has been tweeting for 90 days, happy Mitch Moses Day until he re-signed. Now, he's apparently re-signed. But he just haven't announced it.
You would have thought they would announce it the second to end all speculation. Now, he has been playing well, so I figure it's done. But to get Nico Hines done in this... Yeah. And we didn't overpay. Like, you tell me the Tigers wouldn't offer him 1.5 if they were going to give Moses 1.2.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
We've just kept them all at bay. And what it does do is we got players... So I think 26 of our top 30 are down, with Teague Wilton hopefully to come. With, I think it's Royce Hunt, Hiroti and one other off contract. That's insanity. Yeah. And that's also 3 spots where we can improve next year going forward. But, I mean, the pieces are there. Yeah, obviously, there are some improvements, but that's why we kept 3 spots. I'm really happy with this.
Yeah, and it's, as you said, it's if we let it go to November, Nico finishes the season, he's on his holiday, he fields a call from the Dolphins, he fields a call from the Raiders, probably fields a call from the Storm, he definitely fields one from the Roosters.
Yep.
And then, the Dogs have always...
The Dogs need a halfback.
The Dogs have always got some cash floating around. Yeah. So, and then South Sydney, as we said, Cody Walker ain't getting any younger.
Let's be honest, pretty much every team in the NRL.
Now, Cody Walker is very similar to Nico Hines in the fact that he was a late bloomer, right?
Correct.
So you've probably got maybe 1 or 2 years left of Cody Walker, but you can't tell me that they couldn't turn around to Nico and go, mate, like, you can go to fullback, you can play anywhere you want, we can move Latrell around, we can move Cody around. Lachlan Ilias is good, but he isn't.
He's not Nico Hines.
So...
It's brilliant from the club. It really is.
It had to be done. And I've seen people on the outrage of Fitzgibbon as well going, the defence has gone backwards, the team's gone backwards. We shouldn't have locked him in for 5 years. Yes, we should have.
Yeah, we should. We've seen what he can do. Now, the start to the season hasn't been all gumdrops and rainbows. If Nico plays, we're 4-1 right now. And I that game against the Warriors, I don't think we'll ever see that happen again.
Yeah, no, but had we won the other game, had we beaten the Raiders and it's a
we're probably sitting 5-0 going in the bye. Now, of course, it's ifs and buts, blah, blah, blah.
We love it.
Yeah, but I'm not, and don't get me wrong, I'm not angry about it. It's been very frustrating, but I'm not really that angry about it. So I think better times are to come.
It's not the best 5-week block that you get asked for, but, we're in the midst of a new 5-week block and we got 2 points.
It's about the next 5 years because you've seen the players we've re-signed. Teague Wilton, obviously, the next one. But I do feel like we're a player short, Terry.
I feel like we're 2. We've got 2 names on here, and they walk into and through our team.
They do. Now, I tweeted out, spoiler, Warrior Hargraves.
Yep.
Huge, grubby forward. Exactly what we need. I saw people go out and go, would you blow the club up and do this and do that for 34, 35-year-old for 1 year? Yes, because as I said before, 99% of our squad is signed in for the next 3 or 4 years plus. You put a player on a 1-year deal who could go to England and earn whatever, or you say, Fitz has got his number, he's worked with him for 7 years, and says, why don't you come play, try and pinch hit a premiership, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yeah, I think there's some positivity there.
There was the article, the reason why you and I mentioned JWH is there was a news piece that came out saying that he wanted to stay with the Roosters, but they have signed Spencer Linu, and now
they just can't afford him.
They can't afford him. So he could absolutely go to Catalans, or he could go to Leeds, or he could go to Wigan, right? But he's got a young family.
Yep.
This is the one thing you got to look at now as well. And you're talking about kids who are about to start school. Do you want to uproot them and disrupt 2 years of their development, right?
It's tough.
Whereas you could say to him, come and sign a 1-year deal with a 1-year option.
Yep.
Mutual
If all
option.
goes well, yeah.
Yeah, we absolutely need him, but there's another guy who we haven't been linked to and we should be, and that's Big Nelson.
Nelson would be the player to sign in.
We need to just do whatever we can to get that.
We need a monstrous prop who can go out.
If we got both of them,
it's game over. You put those two into our side and we win the title. I'm 100% convinced. I think that is our weakness, and obviously Toby's out, so we're going to see what Tom Hazelton's got. We're going to see what Royce Hunt's got. Royce Hunt's off contract end of the season, so
I'm happy that Hazelton might get a run.
I think it's above might. I think he's a must name, and I think he will be named. Just between us, but don't take that as gospel. Feeling very, very good about things.
See, the only thing that concerns me in this is we're missing Dale and we're missing Toby, but you've got Oregon, Kafusi and Wade Graham coming back, and they just slot straight into that 17.
Potentially, I think we'll see Tommy Hazelton.
I hope so. I don't think we will.
One thing I hope we're going to see, probably, maybe, who knows, is some NRLW signings. Now, Cronulla are the only team to have not announced, and I've been pretty vocal about that on social media.
And Gary has been very happy to tweet you back.
And troll me all the way. Now, full disclosure, I'm going to ruin my own joke here, but I knew there was going to be a delay. It was after Easter. I was having a bit of fun with it, but also I'm annoyed that we didn't name any signings. But we've been told, not so exclusively because it's on Twitter, but I'm going to claim it as an exclusive. 1 p.m. Wednesday, we'll name our first. There's some names we're not going to... I don't want to do conjecture. I don't want to link players and them say, but you said.
Yeah, because we've heard 4 or 5 really good players are this close to putting pen to paper.
That's it. And evidently some have signed, and it's just we'll release on our own, which is fair enough. There's no rush. The game doesn't kick off for several weeks yet. We've been linked to some superstars, some international stars, and some cross-code stars. I'll leave it at that. But I dare say that on Wednesday, we'll be cheering probably about 109 metres worth of fantasticness.
Hopefully. Dan,
talk to me, Terry.
It's time for some top sport tips.
Your beauty back on the horse. Now, we took a week off last week, so top sport, I got a bit of cash. We're going to take it from you.
And nearly had a perfect round until those losers from the Tigers lost.
What a shame.
But they're not playing this week, so we will get a perfect round between us.
No excuses. Now, we haven't tipped. We're going to tip on the fly this week, so be warned.
Be warned. Now, Thursday night, Suncorp Stadium, the Dolphins up against the South Sydney Rabbitohs. My boys against the Rabbits. Last week we said that the depth would get tested. This week we're going to see it. Now Milford's out.
This is the week that they're going to get tested.
Yeah, this is the week that they're going to get tested. Cody Nikorima also injured.
Yeah, that was real bad. They only played with one half for a lot of and still beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, the thing is they got the hammer.
Yeah, it's true. They got Hammer. They got some really good forwards. Ray Stone. Where'd he come from? I'm excited, but bunnies for mine.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the bunnies in this as well. I know they only played the Bulldogs, the depleted Bulldogs, but they clicked.
Oh, they put them away.
If you're in Brisbane on a Thursday night and you've got nothing else to do, the price of admission alone is the hammer against Latrell.
Of course, they've got nothing to do. It's Brisbane.
And then you've got Campbell Graham in the form of his life.
Yeah.
I think Jermaine Azarko, did he get injured in this? I don't know. Either way,
no, I think
he's entertaining as hell.
He's playing fantastic football.
Yeah, that catch for the try put down mid. Yeah, absolutely incredible. I'm going to pick the Bunnies in this one. I'm going to pick them to win by 13 plus. But I think it's going to be one of them close games that the Dolphins will keep in, and then it'll be the blowout in the end.
You just talk the Dolphins all the way up, and then they're going to get done by 13 plus. Yeah. I'm going to go 1-12 just to add some suspense. But the Bunnies for mine.
Yes, the Bunnies. Friday, 6 o'clock, the Sharks against the Roosters. Arguably the game of the round.
Arguably, definitely the game of the round. Yeah, it's just bad. Foxtel.
I won't be there for undisclosed personal reasons.
Fantastic reasons.
Yeah. But yeah, this is going to be an absolute cracker. Now, we're going to see what the Sharks' reaction to this is, and also the Roosters come off a very bad loss.
Disappointing loss to say the least. Yeah, look, these are two teams that are probably underperformed. Much as expected of them, and both coming in a little bit underdone, I dare say. I'm excited, but not that excited because
Toby Rudolph out, a bunch of changes for Cronulla coming. James Tedesco back for the Roosters.
That's a shame.
I'm going to pick the Roosters.
Look, I'm going to tip the Roosters because that's what we do, jinx. And I think their forward pack is just too good.
Yeah. If we take one of their forwards next year.
That'd be good. Hurt him in advance. Yeah. Sign him midweek and be like, oh, you're playing for us next week. That's it, Fitz. We'll send you an invoice.
Friday night, the Manly Warringah Seagulls up against the Melbourne Storm at Four Pines Stadium. Something just looked off about Manly.
Yeah, 1 through 17. Brad Parker. Ball's still going up.
That was a clean volley.
Yeah, it was good. It was
good.
Graham
Arnold has got him on.
What was he thinking, seriously?
There was just something off. Like, I thought this was going to be a blockbuster, Manly versus Penrith. I thought it
huge.
Had all the makings of being... And Manly was just flat.
Turbo had back spasms throughout the first half and barely touched the ball. Now, if a bloke, albeit a very good footballer, is just showing no signs of wanting to get interested, get him off. Put him back on the second half.
I don't know who the 5'8" was. He was tragic.
Weeks? Or...
Yeah, whatever his name was. They had Cooper Johns on the bench.
Yeah, that was
He
dumb.
should have started.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if Josh Schuster can't stay fit, they've got to look elsewhere because he ain't it. They can't be this bad, surely.
Yeah, but it's Melbourne.
Oh, Melbourne will win. I'm not. I'll tell you what I don't want to hear this week, Terry, is this Battle of Brookvale BS. That was like 26 years ago.
It was in 2011?
Yeah, almost literally 26 years ago. Well, not really.
Yeah.
But I'm sick of hearing it. It hasn't been anything like that since.
And there hasn't been a punch thrown in a game between Manly and Melbourne since.
I think Melbourne will be throwing plenty of punches in the four-pointer category.
Yeah.
This will be a flogging. I'm writing Manly off. They're lucky the Tigers exist.
Super Saturday kicks off with the Warriors against the Cowboys. Before we go on this, I just want to talk about this stupid draw that the Warriors have faced.
Yep.
Right? Inside 7 rounds, they have played the Cowboys twice, or would have played the Cowboys twice, and the Knights twice.
Yeah, that's not
Inside 7 rounds. And then you have a look at the Sharks don't play the Knights until round 20 something. Yeah, it's like...
Now, well said. I'll leave that one alone so I could go on for a long time. But,
absolute dumb draw, but... We see the Warriors back home in New Zealand. They were pretty good against Newcastle. Like, they had a bad patch, went behind. 2 weeks in a row, they couldn't get it done. They cut it down, made the game interesting.
They did, yeah. Newcastle were pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Cowboys have got it.
I don't think the Cowboys have got it.
I'm going to tip the Warriors. Now, if you'd said this in the pre-season, no way.
Well, the Warriors were our spoon.
Your spoon.
You endorsed it.
Yeah, look, I did endorse it. I think the Cowboys are done. They're worse than Manly.
That's a big call. This is going to be pretty close.
I'm all about them big calls.
Yeah, now look, you're 7 weeks into a season and you don't want to say that this is getting critical for the Cowboys now. They've got a pretty rough draw coming up.
It's critical. This is a game they have to win.
They won't, though.
No, I don't think they will.
What I want to say here is last year we copped a lot of heat from Cowboys fans about giving them their halfback. You're getting the Chad Townsend tax this year. We saw it in 2016. He had a great 2016. He was dreadful after that. He's your problem for the next 3 years. Take it. Suck it, losers. Saturday afternoon, 5:30, up at McDonald Jones Stadium, we have the Newcastle Knights against the Penrith Panthers in what is proving to be a fantastic game. 6 weeks ago, Penrith by 50.
Yeah.
Now, Penrith by 40.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm still leaning towards Penrith by betting. But that's got more to do with Penrith being good than Newcastle being outright bad.
No.
In saying that, Newcastle beat a Warriors team that came off getting flogged for 80 minutes in horrible weather down at the Bermuda Triangle, as it is affectionately referred to as, against a pretty, Cronulla aren't the side you want to play 2 weeks in a row, put it that way. Yeah. I just don't think they can match Penrith anywhere across the park.
No, they can't. The thing is, Penrith started slow.
Yeah, but they clicked and then went, too easy.
They started slow and you were like, oh yeah, Penrith have lost, 2 of their first 3 games. They're now second. Yeah,
and they lost, 14-12 a couple of times? They haven't conceded more than 14 points all year.
Yeah, they lost by a field goal and by a field goal twice.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I think the Newcastle fans have every right to be excited this week.
Yeah.
Not so much for Saturday.
You've got every right to be excited because you're seeing one of the best teams in the NRL era coming to your town and pantsing your side, and that's okay because parents are going to do it to everyone this year.
Fine, yeah.
But battle of the fullbacks again.
Yeah.
Worth the price of admission alone. Penrith by plenty. And to finish up our Super Saturday, we have another game in the 4X Cup. Now, we're going to put the ladder up here.
Oh, it's very important.
The Broncos are leading.
Undisputed.
Yeah, undefeated at the moment. The Finns, though.
Baby.
Your Titans have got some ground to make up here as well.
They'll be fine.
Can they do it, though? It's the Titans against the Broncos.
Well, yes, because I have to pick them, but no.
Yeah, I'm picking the Broncos.
Well, I'm picking the Titans because I have to. I believe in my boys. Jaden Campbell, very, very good.
He was insane.
But I'll tell you what, without AJ Brimson, they've got no one there to marshal. And look, Toby Sexton is a young kid, and he's...
Tanner Boyd is who you want to be your number 2.
Yeah, which is fine, but
right now he's
he can't
number
be.
1, yeah.
Look, Foran won't be back for this game, neither will Brimson. We may be proven wrong by the time this drops tomorrow. But, yeah, it's going to be a rough old night for the...
yeah, I'm picking the Broncos in this one as well.
They'll want to bounce back.
They'll have to bounce back after that poor performance because they lose this, Penrith on top.
Ooh,
At the end of
already.
so
Go Titans.
yeah, go on the Titans, but I'm picking the Broncos. The start of your Sunday afternoon. Now we're back to normality. The 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock game on Sunday because it started to cool down.
Fantastic.
And we've got the Canberra Raiders against the St George Illawarra Dragons. Now, Canberra off a very impressive win.
Yeah, huge.
The Dragons off a disappointing loss. Are we going to see Canberra finally hit some form, or are they just going to keep being inconsistent and let us down? I am going to pick the Raiders.
I think they beat the Dragons. I think they're a better team across the park. We saw what they can do. Now, yeah, look, Canberra aren't what we thought they were.
And Brisbane were really bad. Brisbane, you could see when they ran out, they thought they were just going to win that game.
They did, but Canberra took advantage of it, which is what good sides do. No, I think Canberra run right down there. It's going to be very cold.
Joe Tarpany back. Congratulations, birth of your first child.
Little Tarpany.
Hopefully you're not as aggressive as your dad, and if you are, sign for Cronulla.
Come to us. Yeah, it's going to be about 4 degrees down there,
Yep.
and I think the Dragons are going to feel the pain.
About the Dragons, like, if Ben Hunt doesn't do anything, they literally can't do anything.
He played all right the other night.
He was the best player on the park.
I'll tell you what, though,
For the final minute,
it happened. I'm not going to put the boot in there. Plenty of people have done that.
he missed the tackle on Toby. Well, he fell for the dummy on Toby Sexton and then drops the ball. Like,
my mate Scott pointed out how bad Moses Mbai is, making him the 27,000th person to make that observation. They looked terrible when he was on, and they looked good when Little was on. So, of course, Mbai played like 75% of the game. Just horrible coaching. Just don't name him.
Little starts, the opening 20 minutes, the Dragons were really good. Yeah. Comes on for the final, 5 or 6?
It was bad.
How does Moses... Yeah, I don't know. And 4 o'clock, finishing off, this is a great game. The Eels against the Dogs. The Dogs hopefully get some forward stocks back.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
The Eels got themselves a unconvincing win.
Paulo's back this week, though, which probably doesn't change a whole lot, to be honest. It depends on who the Dogs get back, because if they go in with that side, they get wiped.
Yep.
That Parramatta, I reckon, a second best pack in the game at worst. They'll roll them.
Sean Lane looked hesitant coming back. That's what happens with a broken shoulder.
It does. I look no part of that. Madison looked like a beast today. Yeah. Campbell Gillard was good. You know, I like Josh Hodgson only playing 40 minutes. I think that helps everyone involved. Yeah. I think they'll kill the Bulldogs up the middle unless the Bulldogs get some serious cattle back.
Just on Josh Hodgson, how long is it until he doesn't play for the Eels anymore?
Oh, probably 10 weeks.
Yeah, he's so bad.
It's just not happening. But they had to take the punt. I understand. I'm going to go Parramatta regardless of who comes back, but I think if they don't name some real restock forwards, I think this will be a blowout.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Parramatta and Parramatta well in this game as well. Hey, well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Rugby League Outlaws. New and improved channel brought
Thank
to you
you. Please subscribe.
Top
we had to
Sport.
Start again. Please subscribe.
Brought to you by Top Sport and the Stubby Club.
Yeah, we got some prizes to give away as our courtesy of our great mates at the Stubby Club.
We do.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah, coming through. We got some shirts, everything to give away.
We got some exciting things coming up.
Just want to give you a Super Coach update as well in the Rugby League Inner Circle.
How
Your boy's number 1.
Yeah, I think I'm sitting number 2 and I am closing fast.
You are not fast enough, but Dan.
Rugby League, baby.